Hey y'all, welcome back. We're continuing with the My Little Pony Generation 3 series, and if you've been watching for a while, you'd know that I like to start the first video of each month with the Birth Flower and Birthstone ponies. Generation 3 actually had two different lines of dolls with characters based on birth flowers and birthstones, and I've been working my way through them as each month comes along. I like to imagine all the birth flower ponies are sisters, going from oldest to youngest as the months progress. Anyway, for the month of July, we've got the pony July Larkspur, and I took a lot of things into consideration when developing her design. For all of the birth flower and birthstone ponies, I like to take some of the symbolism behind each flower or gem and put that into their designs. So Larkspurs represent laughter, attachment, trust, and ambition. Also, each birth flower pony has a favorite kind of cake, as listed on their back card story, and as some of you may remember, each birthday flower pony thus far has a piece of cake in their design, and July Larkspur's favorite cake is ice cream cake. And so I took the sugary ice cream aesthetic along with the laughter and attachment symbolism and her pink color palette to make her look very feminine, cheerful, and sweet. I had a lot of fun giving her these big round curls, and you can even see I gave her a little ice cream charm bracelet. Okay, next up is July Jubilee, the July birthstone pony, and her gem is a ruby, which represents joy, energy, and protection. So I knew right away I wanted to give her a very lively look, both in her pose and her hairstyle. You can see I sort of struggled there at the beginning about what hairstyle to give her. I eventually settled on these hair loops with bubble braids and large beads. All of the birthstone ponies are jewel ponies, meaning they have a 3D gem on their cutie mark. I like to imagine they're like the crystal ponies in Generation 4, where they're super sparkly and fancy, so I always try to give the jewel ponies more intricate hairstyles and accessories. You can see I gave her an amulet necklace, but I ended up changing my mind about it later. I had so much fun using the luminosity and overlay effects on her red hair to make it look super bright and glittery. I also put these little leaf-shaped hair clips by her ears to reference the leaves in her cutie mark. Here's where I changed my mind about the necklace. I was looking at her cutie mark of a raspberry and flowers, and I thought something like that called for a more pastoral theme instead of the more fantasy vibe she was getting. So instead of the necklace, I gave her a little scarf with some embroidery. I think it makes her design more cohesive in its theme, and it gives an extra bit of color to a very monochromatic color scheme. But I don't know, I still wasn't completely satisfied with how she turned out. I'd love to know what y'all think of her. Alright, so now we're continuing with the tropical ponies. I said earlier that I'd like to get them all done by the end of July, so I'm featuring some in this video. Here we've got the pony Beachberry, and her backcard story mentions her liking to play volleyball, so I gave her a volleyball and these heart-shaped sunglasses. I was going for a very sporty look for her. Something about this design that I'm not too happy about is that she looks very similar to Sweet Summertime, the first tropical pony I did back in part 20, both in color palette and pose. So I think I could have done a lot more to make them seem more unique. So I don't know, maybe we could just headcanon them as like sisters or something, twin sisters.
I'm lost in a city, still so far from home. I've searched for you all my life. Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time. Will you come with me and guide me through the dark? Stand by, watch me fall apart. I've always loved you more than you know. Father, don't you let me go. I need your light, like city nights and satellites. When I'm old and losing sight, carry me home all through the night. I need your love, I need your light, like city nights and satellites. When I'm old and losing sight, carry me home all through the night.
So last pony of the video is Beachcomber, and I had way too much fun with this design. Beachcomber's back card story says that she likes to explore beaches and collect seashells and sea glass. So I thought I'd give her all sorts of bits and baubles in her hair and in her design. You can see I gave her thick locks with all sorts of sea glass and cowrie shells, as well as a little sea glass necklace. I've said in previous videos that I'd really love to give more ponies very diverse hairstyles, and I think this one turned out really pretty. I think she's actually one of my favorite ponies so far.
Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me.
Alright, so that's all I've got for this video. Be sure to stay tuned for more tropical ponies. I'm really trying to get them all done by the end of July. But until then, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much for watching!